Good afternoon. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk was supposed to speak at CSU today. Now the university is the site of two student-led events in response to his assassination. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Meckles.
I'm Kim Christensen. The first event starts in a half hour at Campus Stadium. The second event starts at 6:30 at the Laurie Student Center. 9 News' Northern Colorado reporter Amanda Gilbert is live at the Student Center, showing us how the campus has really ramped up security for this. Amanda.
Yeah, guys, and CSU has made it clear they are not endorsing either event. They are providing a safe space, working with state, local, and national law enforcement agencies. Behind me, you can see they already have metal detectors up outside of the ballroom where the event at the Student Center will be tonight. They also have signs here kind of mentioning that clear bag policy in place, similar to what you'd see at CSU football games. We're going to show you a video, though, from outside the Student Center earlier this evening. Students were all gathering ahead of this event here. Now, the Student Center event is called For Free Speech Against Political Violence. This is hosted by Political Review and its CSU chapter. This is part of a separate national campus tour. It's focused on debate and free speech. It does feature mostly Democratic content creators and influencers. Then the other event, that starts in about half an hour at 5:30. That is a vigil for Charlie Kirk. That is hosted by Turning Point and their local chapter here. Again, both these events are happening on very separate parts of campus, also for safety. Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
All right, Amanda, I know we'll have continuing coverage tonight, so thank you so much.
Turning now to your forecast, let's go outside for a live look over Denver, which looks gorgeous. I don't see a single cloud in that sky today. After a stormy couple of afternoon and evenings, we're now enjoying a quieter stretch of weather. Still pretty cool, but our weather impact team is tracking a warm-up.
You are exactly right. It's going to get warmer there, Jenny, indeed. So we're going to go away from this Chamber of Commerce weather and get really into that much warmer stuff for us for tomorrow and for the upcoming weekend. Akron, barely a cloud in the sky for us out over the eastern plains. And for us in Denver, same idea as well. We're in the low to mid 70s. Beautiful out there on this final Thursday of summer. We are mostly in the low 70s for us right now around town. 70s eastern plains, 60s and 70s in the high country. And radar quiet as could be. It's going to stay that way for the rest of our night. So if you've got outdoor plans, you're going to Red Rocks tonight, you do not need to bring the rain jacket with you. Nothing, not a zip zilch. Nothing coming from those skies for us later on this evening. However, next week, especially on Monday, could be a bit stormy for us, and then we get a notable cool down just in time for the official start of autumn. I'll tell you about it in a few minutes.
A man from Fort Collins has been arrested accused of catfishing people on a dating app and then trapping and threatening them inside his car. Now investigators believe there could be more victims. Deputies say Anthony Brown Wright used his SUV to lure victims. In 2 recent cases, victims say he misrepresented himself online, then blocked them from leaving once they got inside. Larimer County deputies say one victim was assaulted, another fought back and escaped. Brown Wright is facing several charges, including criminal extortion, assault, and false imprisonment. He's being held on a $25,000 bond. Deputies say both victims are transgender, and they're still investigating whether he targeted them because of their gender identity. They believe more victims may be out there. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Larimer County Sheriff's Office.
We're learning some new details now about the Weld County deputies that were shot during a training exercise earlier this week. This happened at the Sam Brownlee Training Center in northern Colorado near the town of Carr. The sheriff's office says one of the deputies was putting gear away when his gun went off, and the round hit both him and another deputy. Today we learned both deputies are men. One is 41 years old, the other 51. They've been with the sheriff's office for 10 and 15 years, respectively. Both were taken to the hospital, treated, and since have been released.
Former Broncos coach Michael Wilhoit will face misdemeanor charges instead of a felony after a confrontation with a police officer at DIA. Wilhoit was originally charged with felony assault, accused of punching an officer outside of the airport back in February. Court records say he left his car parked in the passenger pickup area at DIA, which is not allowed. When he returned to the car, investigators say he pushed and punched the uniformed police officer who confronted him. Prosecutors dismissed the felony and plan to pursue misdemeanor charges in Denver County Court.
Casa Bonita back in the spotlight tonight, not for its food, not for its $40 million renovation plan, but instead this time the Lakewood Staples facing a lawsuit from the Actors Equity Association.
The union says Casa Bonita management cut roaming characters like Black Bart, Captain Isabella, Amazon Annie, and the sheriff without bargaining, which they say violates federal labor law. Union leaders say the move cuts more than 1,000 hours of work for the performers. The National Labor Relations Board will now review that complaint. A big land deal just closed near downtown Denver, right next to where the Broncos plan to build their new stadium. Our partners at the Denver Gazette report the land was purchased at 13th and Zuni for almost $7 million. The property is tucked between I-25 and Burnham Yard and has been used for industrial storage since the 70s. The company who purchased the land says that lease will stay in place for now, but it does see long-term potential for the site, especially with stadium plans and new development popping up nearby.
We continue to see tributes come in for our beloved photojournalist Corki Scholl. We lost Corki recently. He passed away at the end of August. And we've tried to continue to honor him here on 9 News, sharing all of his wonderful stories. Other places around Denver now honoring him in their own way. The Oriental Theater on 44th Ave put up this sweet tribute, thanking Corki for all of his hard work telling stories around the community. I love that.
It's perfect because every story he told was cinematic in and of itself. But he made such an impression on so many people in our community.
And it's not just here at work with coworkers or, of course, his family, but we heard about this just in the last couple of days and we're like, oh my gosh.
That's great.
It is great. We want to make sure we show people that. So
nice of them.